To go ahead and get into the poem. Again, the poem is called, um, I'm sorry, the poem is called Nose Raised Up, okay? Original poem by Nadine Poetry One. Oh, and guys, just a reminder, it is Poetry Month, okay? So I want you guys to go ahead, if you can, if you have a moment, to share in some good poetry with your family. Oh my goodness. There is poetry for everyone, for every decade, every era, every generation. Something to feed your soul. There is legendary poetry out there, good literature and writing. And there is new poets that are just contributing to the culture and good word, okay? So I ask that you guys please partake in whatever form of poetry that you enjoy this month. It is Poetry Month, okay? I'll get into the poem. She felt the pain in her toe, thinking, no one has passed me by, seeking the need to control, someone imaging her image, frightened in fear from how she assumed she should care. Being a friend, gainfully employing a friend, getting ahead, front, hired, out of line, wasting her time, yet stealing mine. Mine stable. She helps to smooth her sands, giving her hand with food that fit, unable to process that she thought of biting it. Her whole setup, this baffling, incompetent traitor, corny heathen, okay, fall back. They started from the track, the other side, with failures preset for their lives, no pride. She had given her petunias, pretty purple and pink. She returned with bad breath, dingy, flawed, nasty, stink. She let it all sink in. She thought, if I could just blink, old girl disappears. No, she can repair her toe, sweet dear, oblivious to that healing idea. Slowly releasing that hand once full of food. Conflicted, while taken back to how girlfriend was no good. With that frizzy hair spreading that thing all around the neighborhood. On the other side of the track, where she sent her back. Refraining from friendship that caused her toe abuse. She stood able to walk, while she just refused to be used. And when she saw the baffling, incompetent trait to corny heathen, again, she was thriving. Okay. She laid down some tracks of her own after her provocation caused her to live on edge. She was committed to bettering herself. So she pledged good humanity and health. And although she imagined a multitude of colorful birds flying around tweeting for her, she still preferred to protect her toes. She has passed that track. So high up, she kept her nose. I just wanted to do that. I really just wanted to do that. Alexa, play. Listen. Okay, again, let me see. I got a message here, guys. Tay Tay, you're so cute. Thank you, Tay Tay. How are you? Thank you for joining me tonight. What is Tay Tay on? I'm not sure which medium. TikTok. Thank you, TikTok. Thank you, Tay Tay. Thanks for joining me. Listen, guys. Yes, I wanted to write about that, right? Because everybody always think that when you say someone their nose is tooted up in the air, they're bourgeoisie, right? The whole word for the word bougie, it comes from the word bourgeoisie, right? For those of you that don't know. Many of you do, okay, at a certain age. But the young ones, we just, some just say bougie, but the word is bourgeoisie. But the hold your nose up, it was really a signature for the sedity to look down. So I wanted to play with a little bit of poetry. So I just want to say that none of the poems, well, some of them are real life experiences, but some of them are just observing other people's experiences, right? This one, it was created. So I thought about a character who she's acting. Wait, let me make sure this is my playlist. Cause Alexa, play my nose up playlist. Cause she be shading me on a Thursday. She will shade me on a Thursday. All right, Alexa, next song. Cause we gonna get the song. Don't play with that song. Don't play with that song. I'm gonna let that play, y'all. Listen, it's about the art for me, okay? It's about the art for me. That's all I'm saying. I'm about the lyrics. Yes. Rest in peace. Big. All right, now listen. All right. So yeah, you knew him a long time, and you came from the same place, and you decide I want to extend the olive branch. Right? You know the saying, each one teaches one, right? So you each one and teach one, but you decide to pull someone and that decides to step on your toes in so many ways, but the right way, right? And this poem is about doing that, like you're extending yourself and you're giving an olive branch to help someone you may care about, because we only help those that we care about. And in charity, but not at this capacity where you will gainfully employ someone, in which this character has done. So the girl was doing her thing eventually after she got kicked out, but she got kicked out of the sisterhood, basically, because when old girl felt someone hurting her toes, that was her not physically feeling that, but just connecting with her spirit, telling her that there's someone that is close to her that is betraying her, okay? And she found out who it was, and she got rid of that individual. Now, although you want the best for that individual, right, but they need to do it on their own terms. So she recognizes her friend's accomplishments, right? But she can't partake in the joy of celebrating her because the trust was already broken, right? She gave her the opportunity. She took the opportunity and tried to utilize it to her benefit while trampling on the foot of her friend, right? So if you rewind back to my quote, it is awful to step on toes, right? It is very awful to do that, but you have to be cognizant of the toes that you're crossing to get ahead too, because some of those that may be inviting are not the best toes. For lack of a better term. All right. So that's why I utilize that. But anyway, she turned her nose up in this case and she walked away because something was done to her. Not because she was being bougie. So if you took that whole situation and put it in real life, right? And someone seen this woman walking by and she turns her nose up towards another woman, no one knows the history. All they see is the nose turn up. So in real time, that would be, oh, she's being bougie. But you don't know the history. You don't know what could have transpired prior to that meeting or that run into each other where she decided, I'm gonna do that. All right, but that's pretty much what this poem is about tonight, okay? In other words, she was, giving love, and what she got in return was unmatched. And let me just say this, okay? Now, this is very good, okay? Because if a person feels the need to reciprocate the act of love back to me, right? Because when I extend love, I don't anticipate anything back. It's from the heart, so I let my heart lead me. But if you decide you want to reciprocate an act of love back to me, okay? You let it come correct. Come correct. The love need to be matched. Because I'm going to be watching. I ain't asked for it, but if you make the attempt, honey, don't correct me doing it right. And that's for friends, family, babies, homeless people, charity. Listen, because when I give from my heart. A lot of times when I give, it's not asked for. But, if I give and my heart, leads me to give, and you decide, it was really nice when Nadine what you want decided to do. I'm going to reciprocate that feeling. You better come correct. Do it the right way. Do it the right way. That's all I'm saying. Okay? I'm like Teddy. I don't want no 70-30. I don't want no 60-40. I want 50-50 love for my love that I give. Okay? 50-50. Okay? And again, I go to friends, family, strangers. Who I ain't named? I said babies. Honest people, because I love everybody, you know, and I don't always expect anything in return from certain people, you know, my husband or whatever, you know, I don't want some in return. But from